Okay, here we go. We're getting into the lazy girl workout. All right, so I have a mat behind me here. So you want to find yourself a nice, like soft area. Now, you could do this on your bed. You could do it on your couch. As long as you've got something that's like firm enough and then you're not going to be like, because some people have like a really soft bed or couch and then you're kind of like, so you want your body to be fairly like sturdy. But if you've got a firm bed, you could totally do it on there. The other thing that you can do with this workout is you can do it in a standing position. So everything that I'm doing on the floor right now, you could literally use a wall. You can even hold on to a counter if you want. We're going to make this as easy as it can be. Now, lazy girl workout. I just want you to know that yes, even though we're going to be kind of laying down or maybe working up against the wall, you're still going to feel it. You're still going to be like, wow, that's intense. Okay. But you're going to go to whatever level you're at. Okay. So again, you can do this standing or you can do this laying down. And we're going to do 30-second intervals. We're going to do 5 movements. Okay. And trust me, you're going to feel it. So yesterday we did the weights. And so we were really working a lot on those arms. We did some squats. We did work on our legs, right? But today we're going to focus mostly on the legs. We're going to do 3 exercises that involve the legs. We're going to do one where it's going to involve the arms. And then we're going to finish it up with our core, working on our abs. And trust me, just stick with me, okay? You got this because it's got to be day one. It's got to be, right? Not one day down the road, but today's the day. So before we get started, I always like to pray with everybody because it's not easy. We're living in this really busy world, and especially moms, right? We love to put everybody first before ourselves. I think it's so admirable. Been there so many times, right? But then I just get so emptied out that I'm like, I got to start taking care of me, even if it's like 20, 30 minutes a day. So let's do that before we get started. And then we're going to get into this lazy girl workout. Okay. Father, we just want to thank you so much. Again, what a privilege and an honor it is to work out, to actually move our bodies, because somebody right now is praying for the very body that we have because they can't move. They can't do the things that they would love to be able to do. So, Father, I pray that we would never take that for granted, but Lord, that we would begin to say, I'm going to start making changes and I'm going to press into that self discipline. So, Father, I pray that today people will be encouraged, they will feel motivated, that, Lord, they will jump on this total mom transformation, even just if you're not a mom and you're just a woman that wants to get involved, Lord, this is for anyone who is a woman that wants to press in and start to become more accountable to that fitness. So, Lord, I just want to thank you for all these things. Amen. Okay. So, the one thing for sure on my end is that my camera, again, we still haven't figured out why it goes dark on my end. So, if I'm in the middle of a movement, keep going. Okay. I don't want you to stop. All right. You're going to keep going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to try and explain how this would look if you were standing or if you were laying down. I'm going to have to tilt the camera down and kind of get into position. So make sure that if you've got your phone with you or whatever, that it's coming with you again to a secure couch, a bed, on the floor, or maybe the mat. I don't know why my brain just kind of went there, but anyways. All right, so we're gonna start with our legs and we're gonna be doing 30-second intervals. So I think that this is low enough. So we're gonna start with a warm-up though. Okay, I'm gonna back up here. All right, so if you can be, you're just going to be rolling back your arms here, okay? Just nice circles here. All right, again, this can be standing, you can be sitting, okay? You can be kneeling doing this, all right? Take it forward. Okay, we're just warming up those joints here. Nice work. You got it. Awesome. Okay, so warming up your legs. Now, you can put your hands behind you if you want. And I just want you to slowly march in. So you might have like, this is a sneaky warm up, Nikki. This sure seems like the workout to me. Okay, so if you're standing, you can be marching or you can be holding on your counter, right? But here I'm going to lean back, I'm on the floor, and I'm just slowly come up. Just warming up those legs right here. So bring it up towards the chest, warming up. Nice work. Again, we're calling this a lazy girl workout, right? Okay, here we go. A couple more. Pull it in. Nice work. Here, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so even that slight march that we've just done is kind of starting to warm up that core because if you're leaning back or even if you're standing up, you're working that core, okay? So from here, I want you to just kind of like slowly here. And if you're standing, you're in and out, okay? Just one side, 2. Keep going, okay? Now keep doing that, keep doing that. I'm just going to light up my camera here. All right, keep going. All right, give me one more. All right, so now you're gonna go to the other side, okay? Just slow, we're warming it up. Okay, at least 5, 2, nice, 3, all right, come on, almost there. 4, nice, and then 5, last one, awesome. Okay, so here, I want you to stretch out your wrists. So you're just gonna kind of pull forward, you got it. So right now, this is more static at the moment. And then you're gonna kind of bring it the other opposite direction. You're gonna go upwards, stretch out your wrist. Almost there. Okay, we're gonna be getting into this workout here very shortly. All right, you're gonna pull down on the other side. So palm, fingers facing down towards the floor. And then you're gonna change it so it's coming up. So fingers are pointing towards the ceiling, you're pulling back. Nice work. 3, 2, 1. Okay, last thing that we are gonna do is we're just gonna, if you can see my feet there, you're just gonna roll your ankles. Okay, you can be doing this standing, or you can just be doing it chilling here. You're just chilling. Nice work. All right, now the opposite direction. Go. Nice. Looking at my feet here, I'm thinking, hopefully they're clean, right? But anyways, okay, I'm just gonna touch the camera again here. Okay, so your first move, okay, guys, we're gonna get ready to do this. Again, this can be done against a wall, okay? Or it can be done down here. So look at me, I'm just like chilling out here on the elbow, okay? So if you can see my foot here, what we're going to do is you're going to try and go as high as you can, whether you're standing or laying down, okay? So it might look like this. You're going to tap forward, so get that toe down, and then you're going to come back, okay? Now, I'm going to try and take it up pretty high over here, but for you, if you're just like here, okay? What could your modification be? Just tap here, so don't go behind, right? So if you are standing, you could just be, again, here, okay, while you're standing. You can always try going back and forth. All right, let's go. So 30 seconds, 4 times. We're going to go twice on one side, then we're going to go twice on the other. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So here, back. Okay? So working that range of motion. Okay, we're going to warm up those hips. Trust me, even though this is called the lazy girl workout, you're going to feel that. Okay, come on. Keep going. I got a little bit of a glare here. Trying to see my timer. Okay, 13 seconds. Come on. Tap down. Tap back, tap down, all the way back. Come on. Again, if you need to just keep it in the front, keep it in the front. Okay, almost there. 2, 1. Woo! Maybe rub it out a little bit. Okay, so you are going to work on the same side again because what we want to do is we want to try and kind of exhaust that hip. Here we go. Get ready. Point it. Here we go. Back. Okay. Again, your range of motion doesn't need to be very high, but the higher you go, the higher the so modification would be low, right? Lower. Higher you go, the harder, because you're really reaching up, okay? So you got to go to where you got to go. Oh my gosh, come on, 12 seconds. Yes. Feeling that in the hip. Let's go. Come on, we need that mobility, guys, okay? And this is working that muscle right around there. Strength in 2, 1. Nice work, okay? Now, flip it to the other side, all right? Flipping it to the other side. You got about 5 seconds to get there. I better get there. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Tap, back. Nice. Okay, so I'm up on my, like kind of underneath my neck here, on my ear, kind of holding myself up, just chilling. Okay, I've got my hand in front of me to kind of like secure, sturdy myself. So hand is flat on the ground, and then keeping that control. Nice. Again, if you're standing, come on, get that leg up there. Side. Okay, your rest is coming up. You're feeling that in the hip. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, you too. Just kind of give it a little bit of a rub down here. Yeah, work it out. Okay, here we go. We're back at it. And here, tap, back. Okay. Now, again, you might be doing this on a firm couch, okay, or your bed, as long as it's pretty sturdy and firm. Because if you're sinking into it, it's going to be really hard to engage that core and those muscles, right? Because you're just going to kind of like slump into it. So make sure you're either standing or you've got a secure sort of soft spot that you can go. I would say the floor is best, but some people might not be able to get down on the floor. That's okay. 5, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Okay, guess what? That's done. You did it. Okay, so we're going to go into leg circles. And I'm going to just touch the camera again before we get into that. Okay, so you're going to do 2 on each side. Okay, now this is up to you. Again, you can be standing doing this. So you're going to, again, just be kind of down on the ground. Okay, what I want to see, you might be at a dinner plate. So you're more advanced. you're like really like up there making big circles, okay? And maybe you're a dessert plate and you're just here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go one direction for 30 seconds, then we're gonna go the other way 30 seconds, then we're gonna flip over, okay? So where's your circle at? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna make mine, I'm gonna try. So right now I'm going back, circling that leg. Okay, you're gonna really feel this because you've already worked that leg and that hip. So try to keep it here. You got it. Okay, keep circling. Okay, you might be making circles on the floor because you're standing. Let's go. Try to bring that leg up and out. Let's go. Oh my gosh, 6 seconds. Woo! Feeling it. You got this. Go on. 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. You might want to just kind of give that a little bit of a rub again. Okay. So now we're going to go the opposite direction. Okay. Here we go. Point that toe. Okay. Oh, no, this way. Getting confused here. So now I'm going forward. Yikes. Okay, come on. Again, you're probably like, what the heck, Nikki? This is not the lazy girl workout. This is like the rough workout. Come on. Oh, my circles are getting a little bit smaller. I'm trying to make it a nice circle. 8 seconds. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Go. 4. You can do anything. You can do all things through Christ. Let's go. 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to pause that there for a second. Give you a moment to get to the other side. All right. So switch it over. Okay. It's a little workout in itself, just switching it over to that lazy girl workout. Okay, so again, I've kind of got my hands on my ear, okay? So I'm just kind of resting. Now, some people, they might have to be here because maybe you don't have that range in your neck and it kind of hurts. So just come down if you need to, right? And just do your workout here. I find it pretty comfortable here. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm going back again. Nice. Ooh. It's not feeling so bad at the beginning because you're like, oh, we got this. And then you get about 20 seconds in. You're like, oh, there it is. Come on, 15 seconds. Oh, yeah. Pull back. We got this. Come on. Okay. You're here for it. Let's go. Okay. This is why you're showing up. Okay. It's uncomfortable, but you got to get comfortable to be. Oh, you got to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. Does that make sense? I don't think I said that right. Okay, now we're going to go back. All right, but it's in the uncomfortable moments. That's where we see the change, okay? All right, so now I'm coming forward. Yeah, here it is, okay? Again, it's like those little, we've talked about this a few times, but it's those little afflictions in life, that pain, right? No pain, no gain, but it's the truth. In order to build your muscles, you have to have a little bit of a tear in your muscle. Right? In order for it to grow bigger, think about that.
Rest coming up.
So it's so true when they say that. No pain, no gain. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. 2, 1. Okay. All right. So for here, what I want you to do, because you'll really work that hip, is you're going to come up into tabletop if you can. Or if you're standing, grab a counter and just kind of pull back. Okay? So you might be standing, but you're going to kind of pull back and give those hips a little bit of a break. Nice. Okay, just stay here for a second because you're just kind of like giving that hip a little bit of a break. Okay, work that leg really well. Nice work. All right. I feel like that saying, get comfortable being uncomfortable, has really helped me personally to grow in so many areas of my life because there's so many things that I'm like, this is really uncomfortable. But that's where the change is. Okay, so we're going to go into a push-up here. All right, now, you don't have to do a full push-up, okay? Now, if you can't do it on the floor, you're going to do it up against the wall, okay? But if you're up against the wall, make sure you're kind of stepping out from the wall so your toes will be up, your heels will be here, okay? So you're kind of like on an angle, because if you're too straight up, it's not going to feel like anything. But you'll know, as long as you feel a little bit of tension, a little bit of resistance, you're in a good spot, okay? If you feel nothing, it's too easy for you. You've got to step back a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go into what they would call a girl push-up. So lazy girl. Listen, I see lots of guys doing these too at the gym, okay? All right, so cool thing for women, just so you guys know, is so you can put your hands flat in front of you. Some people feel that that's better, but actually for women, if we kind of splay our hands out a little bit more like this, you're going to be able to get down a little bit further, okay? So when we set ourselves up, we're here, okay? So I've crossed my feet at the back. But I'm not up here, okay? And I'm not way down here. I'm nice and flat, like a plank, okay? So we're going to go for 30 seconds. Now we're going to try this 4 times. It's not going to be easy. 3, 2, 1. Whether you're up against the wall or not. Here we go. Up. Okay, so we're working those arms, working that chest. Let's go. Slow and steady. Again, if you're up against the wall right now, see, this is not going to work very well if you're on a bed or a couch, right? But you could even do this off of like a secured spot, like a counter or the wall. You can get those push-ups in. Come on. You got to be creative, but make it hard. 2, 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, if you're standing, you're going to pull back again, okay? Give that back a break. You got about 4 seconds to get yourself back in. So set it up wherever you are. Let's go. Down. Up. Listen, here's the thing. This is new for you, okay? My screen's going dark there. Keep going, okay? Then just, even if you get 3 in 30 seconds, guys, it doesn't matter. The point is that you're here, you're trying it. So, if you're at the very beginner's level, don't you be hard on yourself. The fact is you're here doing it. As long as you're challenging yourself. Here we go. 4. Almost. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, so pull back. Pull back if you can. Right into that hip. Put your feet on your heel, but get ready to come back. Here we go. Okay? Again. Now, what if you tried this twice and you're like, ooh, that's hard. I need to change it up. Then go to the wall. Okay? Come up to the wall and do it. Okay? Here we go. Down. Up. Okay? Now, one of the hardest things I find for women is chest press. Push-ups. Okay? I don't want to lose my form here because it's getting hard. Come on. 4 seconds. 1. This is something I'm always working on. So pull back for a second. Okay, you got 1 more of these left. So go to the wall or go to your kitchen counter. Okay. Here we go. 2, 1. Even if you get 1 in here, guys, I'm proud of you. Come on. Okay, but as I was going to say, push-ups are probably one of the hardest things for women. And shoulder press. I find personally for myself. Okay, gotta adjust myself. Okay. Nice. Come on, you got about 10 seconds here. This one might be your hardest one today. Let's go. Almost there. 3. Oh, yeah. That is definitely one thing that I want to improve is my push-ups. I'm always looking to improve that. Or pull-ups, too. All right, so now we're going to go into a fire hydrant donkey kick. So a lot of us know what that is, but I'm going to show it to you again. Now, if you're standing up against a wall, you can do this too. Here we go. So it looks like this, okay? You're going to work one leg. So fire hydrant here, okay? But then you're going to take it into a donkey kick. So you're going to come up through that heel, press up, okay? Now I'll just kind of adjust the camera here a little more so you can see my foot. Okay, let's see if that works a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to go for that 30 seconds. So you're going to go out and then back. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So set up tabletop here and then up through the heel. Okay, out to the side, back with the heel. Here we go. Okay, so what you want to do too is you want to make sure your wrists and your shoulders are lined up together. Okay. So you might be holding on to a kitchen counter right now. So your positioning of your arms are going to look different. Come on, 6 seconds here. Back. Nice work. 2. Come on, one last one. Right there. Okay. So we're going to go to the other leg here. So we're not going to wear out this one just yet. We're going to break it up a little bit, okay? Set it up wherever you are. Here we go. Out. Up through the heel. Out. So when you drive up through that heel, you're going to get that glute squeeze. Up. Nice. Out. You're like, I don't know if I can do any more work on my hips here. Okay? Again, listen, if you only get 5, maybe 2 within 30 seconds, you did it. That's the point, guys. You don't have to be fast or an expert. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Okay? Here we go. All right, we're going to the other side. Back to the original side, okay? So, setting ourselves up 4 seconds. Okay, tabletop. Or you're standing up. Back, nice. Up. Back. So again, these movements can totally be done in a standing position. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so you're trying to stabilize yourself. So I'm trying to keep my core fairly tight while doing it so that I'm staying, I'm isolating that leg to do the work. 2, 1. All right, now I want you to pull back here for a second. You got it. Okay, got 1 left. If you want, you can rub those hips out. Get yourself set up for the second. Last one here. Here we go. Up. Back. Okay? So lead with the knee up. Lead with the heel back. Lead with the knee up. Press with the heel back. Come on. Here. Here. Okay? So be intentional with that lift and that squeeze wherever you are. Let's go. 10 seconds. That's what you got. Guess what, guys? You only have 1 move left, and that's going to be the abs. Here we go. Come on. Woo! Nice work. You did it. Okay. Let's just take a break here for a second. I'll explain the abs. Now, if you happen to be standing, okay, you can even do this on your knees, but not everybody has great knees, or you can sit back like this. Okay, I'm giving you options. So you are going to go side to side. So side, side, side. So if you're down on your knees, I want you to push down with your hands. Okay, if you're standing, tip with your fingers down. Okay, so you really get that squeeze in those obliques. Okay, I'm going to be laying down, and I'm going to be reaching for that pinky toe. So my shoulders are going to be up off the ground. Okay, so again, I'm giving you some options there. Now, really great for balance. Try and do this. You won't be able to hold on to anything, right? Because unless you have really bad balance, what you could do is through the halfway point. And I can give you the halfway point. If your hand's on the counter and you just tip, do one side, then rotate, okay? Or do one side for 30 seconds, another for 30, because we're going to do this 40. So hopefully I've given you enough options depending on where you're at. All right, taking it down. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, you can still see me okay. So I've got my feet planted. I'm down. Okay. When I go to try to reach for those toes, I'm up. Okay. If your neck starts to get tired, you could loosely hold it, but just tip with your elbows. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me get that timer. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Okay. So for me, I'm reaching as far as I can. I'm working towards that pinky toe. Okay, I'm squeezing each side. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, so if you're standing or kneeling, okay, reach. That's what you're doing right now, okay? You are back and forth like a pendulum. It's coming. Keep rotating. 2, 1. All right, nice work. Okay, so stretch that neck out if you have to. Rotate while you're down or while you're standing. Okay, get ready for it again. Bring it up. Reach. Nice work. Awesome. Come on. Reaching for it. Okay. Keep going. And actually, I'll switch this up for the next 2 just to give us a break on that neck if you're down. Come on, you're almost there. We'll go into a sit-up.
Coming up.
Almost there. 5. Keep squeezing. Almost there. 2, 1. Okay, so just take a moment here and you can just go side to side gently with your neck, okay? You got it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to set us up for that sit-up. Okay, so if you're standing, you can always go into that good morning, right, where you're standing completely up and you're going to come down gently and then up all the way and then gently. So your body's going parallel to the ground and you're up, okay? Parallel to the ground, then you're up. Okay, for us that are down on the floor, we're all doing this lazy man. We're going to go right into a sit-up, okay? You can do straight leg sit-up. You can plant your heels, or you can plant your feet. But we're going to go all the way back, all the way up. All right, here we go. We're going to do it twice. 3, 2, 1, okay? So here we go. Okay, so how many sit-ups can you get in 30 seconds? Maybe you can pump out 10. Maybe you get 2. You should still be proud of yourself. Okay? Because again, it depends on where you're starting. If you're just jumping in and you're like, oh, goodness gracious, I haven't worked out in a while. I don't know if I can keep up. Yes, you can keep up because it's your workout. It's your pace. Come on. Press up. You're almost there. Okay? We're not here to beat ourselves up. We're here to cheer ourselves on and each other. That's why we're here. All right, you have one last movement, and then we're going to stretch. Okay, you got this. Take a breath. Get ready. Okay, back. Let's go. Okay, again, whether you're standing or whether you are down on the floor, let's go. All the way up, okay? Now, I have watched over the last few months, oh my gosh, some of our athletes that could barely do a sit-up, and now they're just pumping them out. They're so proud of themselves. Some of them like push-ups. Like, it's just incredible, but they keep showing up. That's the point, right? Self-discipline.
It's coming up.
Come on. We're almost there. Come on. It's so close, guys. 2, 1. Nice work. You did it. All right. So we're going to stretch it out now, okay? All right. So once again, I just think it's so important because we talk ourselves out of anything, right? That is going to exert ourselves because we're like, it's too much work. But if we don't put in the work, think about all the work that you put in for your family, all the work that you put in for your kids, but your cup is just getting so decreased. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this much more. And you're literally saying that every single day. And then you're saying to me, well, Nikki, you're asking me to do this challenge. You're asking me to get on this. Come on. Like, where am I going to find that time? We find time for what we want. Okay? That's the truth. If you want it bad enough, and if you begin to say this is day one, you will find the time. And I promise you right now that when you begin to see results, and some of you guys have been here before, right, where you pressed into some sort of program, you saw the results, and you're like, man, I want to be back there again, because you felt like you had so much more energy. And nobody regrets a good workout. That's the truth. Okay? So I'm just honestly, I want to be your cheerleader. I want to encourage you to keep going, because we need a little more encouragement in this world, right? Anyways, okay, I'm going to pray just before I let you guys go. Okay. Lord, I just want to thank you right now for the mom, the woman who's watching right now, and that, Lord, we were able to get through this lazy girl workout, and it was still really hard work. But Lord, I do thank you that in those moments, there's so much that we learn. And again, Lord, we're asking for that self-discipline, that being self-controlled to say, I'm no longer going to think about it, but I'm going to put into action for ourselves, Lord, because again, as moms, we are so good, as women in general, we are so good at serving the world around us, but we often forget about ourselves. So Lord, would you help us in this, that we would begin to see that cup being filled up again, because maybe it's been a long time since we felt happy or hopeful, or just maybe we haven't had a good laugh because we've just been so overwhelmed. Or help us to find it in this workout. Help us to press into you, because you love us and you care for us. So we just thank you for all these things in your name. Amen. All right, guys. That was great. You did good. Okay? I will see you guys tomorrow. If I can hang up. I always do this. I'm getting better at it, but here we go.